Tryna make sure that these niggas don't get one in, though. I'm inside this bitch with extendos. No love, no loss, so can't depend on niggas. Rest out, left my hand cold. What you think I'm tryna win for? They will got money, I ain't lying. My mom said I did it, I'm up, stop playing with me. Yeah. He get caught playing games, receive that fine. Shawty, I think for them tunes, I be playing her keys.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the first episode of my podcast. I'm not going to keep this intro too long, but I just wanted to say that I freestyled a lot of this. This is my first time doing something like this. I haven't recorded in 4 years. The last time I recorded, I used Action to record. Now I have my OBS set up. I don't want to keep this too long, like I said. I hope you guys enjoy. I really hope you guys enjoy this first episode. I dedicated this first episode to my homies, my right-hand mans. The people that I started HCF with. So I think you guys are gonna like it. I talked about a lot of stuff that not a lot of people know about, you know, shit that, you know, me and my friends went through, and, you know, shit that we did together when we played. I think a lot of the old heads are gonna enjoy this episode, and I think a lot of the new players are gonna like it too. It's gonna give them kind of like a POV of what it was like back then, and in our eyes and whatnot. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if you guys want more of this. I don't care about the views. I don't care about none of that. I'm just doing this for fun. I've been wanting to do this for over a year now, and I finally have the time to do it, so I'm making it happen. Yeah, let me know if you guys are fucking with it, and yeah, we go from there. I hope you guys enjoy. Many more episodes on the way. I got some special guests planned for some other episodes too in the near future, so stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoy. Yo, real quick before the episode starts, I just finished editing everything. I just want to throw this out there that there's a lot of cussing, there's a lot of shit talk. My homies and I, we talked a lot of shit in this, so no hard feelings to anyone, but this is just a space for me and, you know, guests on the podcast to talk their shit. So just a warning, no hard feelings to none of the competition that we played against, and, you know, so on and so forth. You guys will see what I'm talking about as you guys continue to watch the episode, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Enjoy the episode. All right, folks, welcome to the first episode of the podcast. Let's get right into it. No long talk.
Yo.
You guys see you guys see who's in the call. You guys see who's in there. We got Latenci in there. We got Syncronox, Alexlm, Maihn, CantSoaR. We got Dove.
Gang.
Dove is muted. You know, it is what it is. It's okay. He's gonna tune in every here and there. You know how we go. But listen, so we're gonna start with Latenci. We're gonna see where all of the guys have been. Last time you guys seen these guys on my channel was like 4 years ago, so we're gonna see what everyone's been up to since. You know what I mean? So let's start with Latenci. Where you been, bro? Where you been?
Well, for the past 3 months, fucking nowhere. But you know, I have a YouTube channel with 800,000 subscribers right now on Fortnite.
800K.
100K, about to touch a milli soon. I'm about to get back into posting soon. If you already know me,
gang.
You know, I haven't fucking posted in a while, but just took a little break, and we're about to be back soon. So.
Gang shit.
1 million, no limit.
Yes,
1 mil on the way.
Sir.
Okay. Next on my list we got CantSoaR. Zir, where you been, Crow? Where you been?
What's going on? Yo, so after becoming the best Minecraft player of all time, I went to Valorant, beat that shit,
Beta.
and now I'm just now I'm just working towards my finance degree in school.
He's drilling it out, man. That's my shooter right there. You know what I mean?
Yes,
okay,
sir.
listen. So next on the list we got Maihn on the list. Maihn, what are you saying, Crow? What's the word, man?
The smart guy in the group.
I haven't really been playing the past few years. I've been busy with college. I'm studying physics, and I'm about to finish up my degree.
What degree is that?
Bachelor's.
Gang, you guys heard him. Naming 100K a year. Okay, next. Let's move on to Alexlm. Alex, where you been, Crow? What's the word, man? Yankee.
Where have I been?
Where you been,
You
Yankee?
didn't tell me this was gonna be so personal. You're asking the hard-hitting questions this early on.
So what you been up to?
I'm a career Minecraft player.
So you're still in tune. You're still on the craft.
Of course.
Okay.
I can never move on.
We need you to hold it down. Alex is holding it down. You know, I know you guys see Dove next on the list, but his mic is muted. I don't think he could talk, but he's tuning in. He's listening. Syncronox, big stepper. Where you been, Crow?
Yo, what's up, boys? How we doing?
What's the word?
So I have been in nursing school the past 3 years.
Lovely.
I just finished.
Sir.
Lovely.
Just got my associate's degree.
Le.
Gonna very close already to my bachelor's degree.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
And
bro.
I have already started working.
100K a year.
I take care of sick people.
He's doing it.
To say that from what I was is a big thing.
That's a big thing. Making it happen.
From elite Minecrafter to
Nurse.
Fucking crazy.
That's a dream. Okay, yo, listen. So now you guys know where they've been. You guys know where they're at. So we're gonna move right on to some topics. I got some, few things that I want to discuss with the guys, reminisce a little bit. But I'm gonna take it back to 2015. I'm gonna take it back to I want to say map 7 at HCTeams, because map 7 was the map where we really started to like form our foundation.
How nice of you to take it back to a map that I was blacklisted on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He was
Can't wait to
blacklisted.
contribute to this conversation.
He was blacklisted, but he was still there. We're gonna talk about that in a second.
Was I blacklisted
Marinide
too?
was blacklisted,
You were still
Oh,
blacklisted
yeah.
this time. You guys are still blacklisted.
Maihn was
blacklisted,
blacklisted.
No, Maihn wasn't. Maihn was
No,
with
I
us.
wasn't. I wasn't.
Maihn
Yeah.
was
Yeah, I
with
was
us?
with
Maihn was with us. He was with us.
Maihn was
Yeah.
not one of the people who rode out at the end of map 6.
There's a lot of there's a lot of Amerinide who got blacklisted map 6.
Maihn
Okay,
cowered in the shadows.
so listen. So map 7, we were in a team by the name of Sweatfest.
Yeah, I got picked up from the fucking streets out of nowhere.
Scree. I don't even know how I got in that team, but regardless
It's so
though,
weird.
I was in it. SoaR was in it. Delv was in it. Alex was on an alt by the IGN Squirrel. Maihn
That
was in
map
it.
8, right?
No, he was with us map 7.
Oh no way!
Yeah,
I
he
didn't know
was.
that. What
He
the
was with
fuck?
us.
I didn't even know that.
Wait. Were you with us map 7? I don't remember.
No, I don't think he was.
I think it was a Mike who was with us map 7, not Alex.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure Alex was. Wait, he joined map 8.
I know
map 8.
Alex is on it.
I didn't
Alex
play
is map 8.
7.
Okay. So map 7, there was some Amerinide in it, but we had my guys in it. So Dove was in it,
That's
Latenci
when
was
the
in
dream
it,
team was built.
SoaR was in it, we had Derpy in it, we had Onion in it, we had like my homies, like all of my homies was
Verity.
there. Verity, y'all can't forget.
Gurjot.
So all of us was in that.
Good job,
Facts.
Cat.
Facts. All of us was in it. All of us was in it. And then we had, certain people from Amerinide in it. And then that's when we started to form. We were Sweatfest at the time. And then going into map 8, we were still Sweatfest. That's when Alex came in the picture. He was alting on a blacklist. That's when he was playing under the name Squirrel. And map 8 was a big map. I think we made... Okay, so I'm gonna get right into certain shit, but we made Soupskids raidable map 7. We went to knock them. We beat them, but some shitty faction, I think, cleaned them, which led to them going, raidable. But we would have finished them off ourselves, and we would have made them raidable. So everybody was saying, yeah, you guys never made them raidable. It wasn't you,
That
it was
when
someone
history
else.
got fucking changed, bro.
That was a fact,
They
because
ruined the
nobody made them
server.
raidable before.
They were ruining the server. Every player loved them, and then we just came out of nowhere.
And we
the
fucking
new
murdered them.
faction and just shit on them.
And we murdered them. So
Literally changed the whole history, bro. I swear.
and then we move on to map 8, and map 8 was one of the maps where Syncronox, he wasn't in the photo at this point. He wasn't alting or nothing. He was just hugging the blacklist at this point. But map 8 was one of the maps where we made them raidable, fair and
Again.
square, real deal.
Yep.
We did it by ourselves. There was no faction cleaning. There was nobody else in the mix. It was
It was the second or third
Hey,
day,
it
bro.
was the second day of the map at
Second day.
NCOF.
Yeah, first Koth, right?
The first,
Yeah,
there was
Blue
the first
Lightning
con.
sat there
I'm so
reviving
mad
them as
I
he
wasn't
died,
there
and
that
they
day.
went raidable.
Exactly.
I wasn't there.
So-
Blue Lightning was riding out for them, and they still went raidable.
Yeah.
He sat
So
there with the revives ready.
let's
Yeah,
talk
they were
about
fucking
that.
abusing for them, bro.
Yeah, let's talk
I remember
about
watching
that.
the video. They were like, JL was in the chat like, yo, everyone calm down, or Blue Lightning, and he told Blue Lightning to shut the fuck up. I remember
Yeah, and he
that.
kicked him from the server. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we fought these guys fair and square at NCOF, and it's one of the most legendary videos on my channel with the most
Yeah,
views.
that's
It's about to touch
fucking
7K
crazy.
views. It's fucking ridiculous. And we fought them. We made them raidable fair and square. And listen, as we kept dropping them one by one, Blue Lightning was giving them DTR.
He was,
But it
dude,
didn't matter because we still kept killing more and more and more and more and more. And it didn't matter. Like, we ran in their base, we invented that, all that. We did all that. So
bro, I'm so mad I wasn't there that day. I had to do something IRL. I don't remember, but
I thought you what?
I really wish
you
I
weren't
wasn't
there?
there, dude.
Man.
No, I had to leave right before it. It's so annoying, but
yeah.
you
But
already know we did hella drills that map.
that was a drill. Map 8 was a good map. We made Soup Skids raidable. We controlled the map. I think we had maybe like
Ever
3
since map
Citadel
7,
caps.
Everyone knew we were the fucking best at that point.
Yeah, no, we're showing our dominance and shit. And then that, like, all of that transitioned into Kohi 2. I'm gonna get into that in a second. But let's move on to yeah, matter of fact, after map 8, not even map 9, we're gonna talk about map 23 Kohi. So basically what started to happen was we had Alexlm on his ult, Maihn was in there, we had Captain Mike with us, we had a lot of Amerinide in Sweatfest, we had a lot of us in Sweatfest. And before map 9 and before officially making No Limit, we brought back a new version of Amerinide. So you had, you know, old heads and whatnot, original members, and then you had us. So Kohi Map 23 comes along. Map 23 was that was a winter map, so everybody was on for that. That was around like Christmas time. And map 23, I vividly remember me, Alex, Kyle. I can't remember if it was Maihn too, but we were in Venezuela map 23. We didn't have nothing going on map 23, but then we made a decision not mid-map, after the first week to make Amerinide with us, you know? I was in it. That's when I got into it. Actually, no, I was in it map 20. That's how I knew Alex, Maihn, whoever else. But then map 23, that's when we got Latenci in it. That's when we got SoaR in it. That's when that's when all the gangs started to get in it, and that's when we started to get lit. So map 23 comes and we dominate it. Listen, in today's day and age, and these guys will tell you, in today's day and age, there's no way you're starting the map after the first week is already complete, coming into the map and still winning. Like, we didn't have no base. We had to set up from scratch, start from scratch, and we made it happen.
We just drilled shit.
Who remembers shit from map 23? What do you guys even remember?
I don't remember, bro. I don't know why.
No,
I don't know how you do such a good job remembering everything that's happened. Everything's a fucking blur for me.
I remember
Kohi's a blur for me. I don't know why. I'm gonna search up some videos.
I used to log in and play.
What were you saying? What were you saying?
I remember all this.
First fucking fight, map 23. After we got everything together, like the sky base and everything, we hopped in the end. And first fight, we just rolled, bro. We just fucking dominated from there on. And we had new people. Like, it wasn't the same faction, but we put together a fucking drill team, bro.
That was like the start of it.
That's when we did Project Autobots and Project Aloha. Spyno has
and those are legendary videos on my channel. That's when we made 2 of those big ass teams raidable back to back. I vividly remember.
Oh, there was alliances too, right? They had allies.
Yeah. That was an ally map. That was an ally map because recently Booga, one of the big Fortnite names, he recently tweeted a photo and it was a screenshot from my video. I'll put it on the screen right now. It was it was a screenshot from my map 23 video of Amerinide, 29 of us beating Venezuela 29v50. We beat Nightmare and Venezuela, and we were severely outnumbered, and we still beat them. So listen, it's not up for debate, and later on in this episode we'll talk about it. Amerinide is the greatest faction to ever play HCF. It's not up for debate. So we'll talk about that in a bit. But
a lot of people aren't gonna like to hear that.
They're not gonna like to hear that, but it's a fact. So
it is what it is.
Dragneil's listening. We're gonna see all the Dragneil comments in the.
What the fuck even? What the fuck even is that? You know what I mean? So listen. So map 23 was a hit. We made Autobots raidable, Aloha raidable. We made Dawn Light raidable. That Dawn Light that video I have on my channel where me and Streeter, we pearled in through an opening in their farms. I don't know if you guys remember. We pearled into Dawn Light's base, and it was right after we fought them at a cough. They tried to knock us. We made them 2DTR, and me and Streeter, we pearled into the base through their farm, and we did a fucking drill, and we killed 2 of them.
I don't know why I did.
I'll put everything on screen. Like, I'll have some little, you know, little gifs and whatnot. But so map 23 was a hit. So let's move back to HCTeams. So we move on to map 9 and thing. So
Map 9, the fucking crazy map, bro.
Alex and Kyle won't really remember too much from that map because they're still blacklisted from HCTeams at this point.
Oh, I do.
And Alex wasn't alting, but Maihn was there with me, Latenci was there with me,
Yeah.
First map of
SoaR,
No
Marky.
Limit, bro.
So
First
so
started.
the idea of No Limit originally was created when I made my own team speak. Like I remember we had a Sweatfest team speak, but then I made my own one, and then the IP to connect to it was.
We never talked about Sweatfest. Kind of just fell off. I forgot what happened.
There wasn't no falling out. I don't know if you guys remember. There was no falling out. There was no argument, but it was.
Quit, bro. Quit.
Oh, yeah,
wait, he quit?
Yeah, he quit. He
What?
stopped playing. He fell off.
I remember there
from
being
map
some
9.
disagreements at the end, bro. Something I don't remember.
I don't remember, but all I knew was that we didn't need Sweatfest. Like we didn't need to be with them anymore. We didn't need to be with like whoever else was in that team. Like I knew we could move on to our own thing, right, and we still be fine. So moving on to map 9. Map 9 was a weird map because we just came off of Kohi Map 23. We just came off a map where we all played together and we dominated the map, even though we ended up, setting up late and whatnot. But Kyle and Alex couldn't play when they were just on map 23 with us. And we just made a decision to make our own team. One half of Amerinide, and then the other half of Amerinide made a decision to make their own team as well. So
RXD.
No, Ohana.
That map.
Yeah.
So that led to us making No Limit. And then that led to them making Ohana with the leaders of, Alvin and all them. So
Horny. Yeah.
Yeah. So map 9 was a very interesting map. There was a lot of DDoS that took place during that map. It was really weird because when we played as No Limit, we still used the Amerinide TeamSpeak, and the leaders of Ohana had owner in the Amerinide TeamSpeak, and they could join channels whenever they wanted, see certain things, and it was very weird. We didn't use the No Limit TS. I'll put a screenshot on screen right now. I have a screenshot from December 2015, map 9, No Limit, all of us in the channel in Amerinide TS. I'm gonna put that on screen. But map 9 was a map where there was a lot of falling out and stuff. I never had no problems with anybody in Amerinide or nothing, prior to this map. So it was a weird map because we had to play against our teammates, but in my opinion, it was one of my favorites. If you guys want to speak on map 9, you guys can speak on map 9. I'll speak my piece after. But what do you guys?
Map 9 was great. I had a really good time map 9.
What do you guys remember
really
map
map.
9?
I also had a great time.
That map I thought was
Yeah.
really frustrating because it was hard to do well without Alex and Kyle. I wanted to play with them, and I kind of disliked having to fight Rock and Musket, Colonel, the other people.
Because those
that
are
were
our
in
people.
Yeah.
Personally,
SoaR and Krantu, what do you remember?
Personally, I wasn't really close friends with Rock and all those guys, but I just remember that was a really fun map. That was one of the maps where we had a pretty big rivalry with Ohana, and every single Citadel was contested.
Yeah.
And up until the end, it was just intense. That was super fun. I really enjoyed map 9.
I just remember having a video on my fucking channel of making the Ohana raidable, and their base was literally right across from ours, not even a pearl away. So it made it the beef was just so real. They were literally just right next to our fucking base.
Yeah.
And that map was invis, so it made it a lot more interesting. The fighting, most HCF maps are never invisible.
Yeah, there's no invis potions. Yeah.
All I remember is those Citadels being the most intense because of the fucking beef and the invisible. You don't know who you're fighting.
Yeah.
Shit like that. That map was crazy though. Making them raidable. I forgot. We make people raidable in the weirdest ways. We make them 1 DTR, and I think we all jumped in the string trap or something. Some shit like that.
I don't remember.
Crazy. Yeah, I have the video of it. I'll send it to you.
Us making Ohana raidable that one time, there was some controversy. I don't remember what the fuck happened, but we made them raidable towards the end of the map, and there was some big fucking everyone was talking shit about it. I don't remember what happened.
There was a lot of DDoSing and shit going on.
And DDoSing.
And then I ended up getting banned and then blacklisted mid map. So
fuck?
You guys ended up playing the rest of, so I ended up getting blacklisted midway through Citadel.
Oh fuck!
And
What happened again?
For DDoS.
Bro,
But
we never even DDoSed anyone.
it wasn't me DDoSing, but I took the rap for folks.
Yeah.
So, and that's something a lot of people don't know. there was other people, you know, booting off Ohana, and
Bro,
you know,
I got DDoS so much. It was so.
but yeah, no,
irritating.
it's not like it was a one-sided thing. It's like we were getting hit off too,
100%.
right? So
Yeah.
but you know, I took the rap, like, you know, they keep asking questions, who's doing it, but then you got to remember, if certain names was brought up, then certain people weren't going to be on blacklisted from HCTeams ever again, because the people involved were already, you know, off the server. They were blacklisted. So basically what I can remember from map 9 is that I got blacklisted mid-map during Citadel after we made Ohana raidable.
I don't remember that, bro. Wow.
I vividly remember that. It was originally a ban,
that.
and then I got changed to a blacklist. John changed it to a blacklist, and like all the guys ended up having to play Citadel without me, and then they won it. Like we ended up,
bro,
they ended up winning.
As soon as we won, I remember now, we just spammed free Spyno.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah.
I remember
yeah. So I don't know if you guys remember this part, but we ended up capping 2 Citadels, and they ended up capping 2 Citadels. So when you talk about, you know, who won the map, obviously I'm always gonna say it's us. I'm always gonna say it's us. But you know, people from that side or whoever, you know,
I feel like once it gets to that, it's just whoever makes each other rateable more too. Like if you have 2 Citadel caps, you know,
we didn't go rateable to them. We didn't.
We didn't. That's what I'm saying. That's why we won the map. Is because we made them rateable. They didn't make us rateable, but we have the same amount of caps. You know.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. Like there was a point where, and I don't know if you got, that was an ally map. Do you guys remember that?
No.
It was an ally map, and we were allied with Dawnlight. And remember that one clip of Musket saying that we're still gonna lose even though we're gonna remember? That motherfucker. So they made the argument that we were gonna win the map because we allied with Dawnlight. So I said, fuck that. We unallied Dawnlight, fought them right after, and made them 1 DTR. And I'll put a screenshot on screen. We fucked them. Like, we did not need them. So yo, who did we ally after? I actually cannot remember. I don't know.
I don't even know if we had an LA.
I don't know. But map 9, what I know from map 9, and Latenci just secured it for me. Like, we 100% won that map because we never went raidable, period, to anybody.
Yeah, we made them raidable.
Wait, wasn't our ally Welfare, or was that Kohi?
That was Kohi.
That was Kohi.
Oh,
that was Kohi. Okay. So like, bro, we won that map 100%. We did not go raidable. So okay. Yep. So now let's move on to, this is like Kohi Map 24 /
this was a legendary map /
HCTeams Map X. So I think Kohi Map 24, was that the last map that I played with you guys?
I think it was, yeah.
I think that was
the map where we made everyone rateable in the Nether. It was literally us versus the fucking world. We just went crazy in the Nether, I'm pretty sure. Was I in Map 24? I really don't know. I think you left midway through.
It's either I left midway through or got kicked midway through.
No, kicked.
I think this is the map where we kicked you in favor.
Oh yeah, we were against you for half the map. I remember. I hated it too. Yeah. I hated that shit.
Yeah.
You
okay.
I remember fighting you.
Yeah, you guys talk about that. Like, this is where I got kicked, and you know.
Yeah.
Well,
so
certain members of the faction didn't want to play if you were on the roster. It was unfortunate, so we had to pick sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then along with Spyno, I also got the boot.
Yeah, SoaR got the boot. Yeah.
Got the boot too. Yeah.
Yeah, you deserved it though. You had that coming. We never really used to invite mediocre players, so you got lucky in the first place.
Oh wow. Yeah. Savage. That was a weird time. That was a weird time. I vividly remember. He can't talk right now. Dove's at the bottom of the channel. But I remember telling him after I got kicked, I'm like, just keep playing. Like, don't, you know, you guys keep playing. We'll figure it out. And he
really did. He really switched up.
And we figured it out. But we'll talk about that after. So, but yeah, no, map 24, bro. I don't remember nothing from map 24. So you guys got to speak on it. I
Rock has a lot of videos from map 24.
Fucking Nether, literally outnumbered, crazy Nether fights. We made so many factions rateable that map in the Nether. It was like I never seen anything like that. Why were there so many Nether fights? I don't fucking know, but that was like a crazy ass map, dude.
Oh, I remember the Amerinide versus Welfare fight. I just
bro, those were those times where outnumbered as fuck.
That I remember. We think we lost like 3 in the beginning, and then.
I remember that fight.
It was like, okay, Alex, I remember we were like arguing in the middle. We were arguing in the middle when we lost 3, and we were like, all right, what do we do here? Do we fight or do we run? And everyone's like, yo, fuck that, we fight, and we came back and we beat the shit out of them.
I think
Yeah,
Kev's had a video on his channel of that fight, but he removed it.
He deleted all of his shit.
Rock has it.
It's a shame. I never understood why people either unlist or delete their videos. Just leave them.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Like they're not. Nobody's gonna
Mark
fucking
said
care.
he has
about
Mark
videos
said he has
uploaded.
the video. Mark said he has a video, but you guys keep talking. You guys keep talking about Map 24. I don't have too much to say about it because I don't remember it.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm impressed. I'm impressed that you people remember fucking anything about these maps.
Yeah, it's crazy. You remember everything to the
I don't
T.
remember a thing.
There's certain shit
I
that
remember
I
Map X.
I remember Map X.
So
very
okay. Let's move on to Map X. So Map X, I wasn't in it. All of these guys played, but listen. This was the most. This was like okay. If you wanted to see dominance, like if you wanted to see a team's real dominance, like real life Thanos, this is it. Like this was a Amerinide Map X.
We lost maybe one fight that whole map.
Literally, and I don't even consider that a loss because you guys ended up killing one of the guys who you guys lost to when they had 30k balance on them. That was Layer, I think.
Oh yeah, the first day of the map when we fought Nightmare in the Nether.
Yeah.
Oh,
so okay, so you guys talk about Map
raidable.
X. You guys talk about Map X and your guys'
What you were
piece.
talking about just there in the Nether. I think they made us raidable in that fight. I could be wrong because we
Yes,
had
they
no
did.
fire res and we chose to go anyway. But we came out on top of that fight because we didn't get raided and we got 30k for a spawner from Layer, the fucking moron that he was, who we later invited for some reason.
Yes.
And again, like you were saying, if you ever want to look at a map and judge it by dominance, that's the one to look at.
100%.
I don't even think. I mean, Kyle seems to think we lost a fight. Other than that fight at the start of the world, I don't think we lost a single fight that map.
Yeah.
Which when we went raidable to Nightmare. Oh my god, that was crazy.
That was unfortunate.
That was I remember when that happened.
Do you
I
remember
just got
how
back from school.
Yeah, bro. Yo, do you remember how like depressing that was? Where we're like, yo, we were about to fuck everyone up, and then we just get wrecked. But then we came back and we owned like how many Citadels in a row?
All of them. However many
It was
that
every
was.
Citadel.
I think it was either
Yeah.
3 or 4, but I'm pretty sure it's
It
4.
was all of them, I think.
It was.
Oh, yeah.
It was
However many
every single
Citadels there was,
Citadel.
we won them all.
Yeah, it was every single Citadel, and like
This is really the only map that I care to remember a lot about. I don't really know much about the other maps, but this is the one where we really stood out. And I mean, we never played again after this, but we fucking destroyed everybody this map.
yeah, and
I can remember it was either the first or the second Citadel. The faction that you were in at the beginning of the night, we made them raidable in their first fight. So then you would leave, join another faction, we'd make them raidable. You'd leave, join another. You would just be hopping around factions, and everyone
so
you joined would make raidable.
I want to speak on that. So at this point, I'm kicked from the faction, so I could join any team that I wanted, and I literally did. Like I literally joined I'm pretty sure every single team that was contesting and serious and whatnot, and every single team lost to Amerinide. Like it was impossible to beat them, and there was a point like. I don't want anybody to be under the impression that 30 out of 30 were all like super crazy at the game. Like, do you guys remember that one fucking shitter from Soup Skids was in the faction or some shit, and he went AFK on fucking cap?
Octile.
Yeah, him.
That was weird. Yeah, he was
Oh,
capping.
he was also he was a weirdo. That kid.
He got I kicked him, I think, on the spot for that. We knocked him off cap.
Yeah. And then remember there was that one fucking rat who was in the team, who was in Amerinide. I don't know who invited him. Alex will remember, because I think I went to Alex about this, but there was a rat in Amerinide, and I told him about it. And I don't know who it was, but I
remember it vaguely.
I don't remember
Marky said it was Josser in chat, but I don't think it was Josser.
it was not Josser. Nah, it was some fucking new edition. Like none of us know I don't remember who.
6753.
Who the fuck is that?
Was he in there? I don't know.
He played with us, Map X.
He was in there.
Bulgarian.
Bro, it was some
I like
fucking,
that
it was
guy.
some
He's a nice
dick
guy.
sucker, bro. I don't even know how the fuck he got in Amerinide. But my point is that not all 30 of Amerinide was good. There's a good chunk of people, and it's like it didn't matter
The
who
majority were, but we had a few
exactly,
youths.
and it didn't matter who you invited. It didn't matter.
We had Dante. We had Dante and Rain
Yeah,
Dynasty.
Dante and Rain. Paid that map.
Was Guman's last map of HCF ever?
Yeah, Gumon Cobb.
Yeah, that's a real deal stepper, Guman. Go do your
That was
homework.
really the only time we had absolutely everybody together, but I think that was mainly because J-Halt hyped that map up so much, and I think that was the first time we ever saw a server do the spam trailer thing when YouTube sub boxes was still a thing. I don't know if people use sub box anymore, but it would fill up like your entire page with trailers.
And then you got to remember, like this was a map where you did not have to buy a donor rank. They were literally like there was a power faction rank that was given out
we
to
all had
people.
ranks.
Yeah, so like you had good queue priority. Like you did not need to buy anything. So it was definitely, I think, the most legendary HCF map ever in history.
Yeah,
Like, I
I
don't think
agree.
there's another map that beats it. So Amerinide wins that map. It's not even up for debate. Caps every single citadel. Do you guys remember what even happened for End of the World on map 10? I don't.
No, I never used to play.
I don't think we participated.
No, I don't think we ever gave a fuck about End of the World.
It's just fucking boring. You die.
Yeah.
Okay, like you die once and then you can't come back.
Yeah, you're outed. Yeah, facts. So after map X, there was a Kohi map, and it was map 25. And
yeah.
I remember. So it was the same roster and whatnot. All of these guys played map 25 together, and I wasn't in the team. I still wasn't in the
Is that
team
the
at
map
this
where we
point.
had the Avengers Tower? Is
No.
that 25?
No, you guys had
Yeah.
you guys had the American flag outside of your base and carpet,
We had
and you guys had a
Fable
wither.
with
You guys had a
we had the
wither and a
wither.
glass box.
Remember that.
Yeah.
I
So
remember it.
I don't remember anything about map 25. If you guys do, speak on it. But I know exactly what I'm gonna say.
That was an interesting map. There was a bunch of was it MCSG people came over and made a faction that map that we were playing.
You guys had a
against? I
lot
think
of competition that map. I know that for a fact.
It was some people from a different community that all moved to HCF and started playing
Oh.
Korea. I don't remember who they were.
Mm.
I think it was MCSG.
Crown 2 and
That's
SoaR. Do you
what-
guys remember? Kyle, do you guys remember map 25?
Not at all.
Remind me
That's
something about it.
I
So-
remember
The weather
we
at the top
lost
of the
Okay,
base.
I know what I can remind you.
Nether.
I know
The
what I
map
can
that we
remind you.
kick and kill.
Was I there? Was I there? Oh,
Yes.
that. Oh,
So
okay, yeah,
let
that.
me speak on it. Let me speak on it. Okay, so there was a point in time where I was like, bro, I was trying to force my way back in. Like, I wasn't trying to go out like a bitch. So
Here we go. Here's the hero story.
so listen. So
Here it
it was one night, and listen, we have a video of it, of how Amerinide ended, like the last ever Amerinide map. I have it unlisted on my channel. I'm never gonna make it public. Only gang has it. Nobody else will get it. I'll put like a little snippet on the screen right now. But I don't know the day. I don't know if it was night or day. Let's just say it was night. But
It was
to make it more, interesting. But one night I was in TeamSpeak, and I was in TeamSpeak with Kyle, and I was in TeamSpeak with Maihn. I was in TeamSpeak with gang. It's just a
I think I
normal
was there
night.
too.
There was
I don't know
a lot
why,
of people there. Whoever was there. I don't remember what TeamSpeak this was in. It definitely couldn't have been Amerinide TS. It had to have been NoLimit or some shit.
It might have been my team speaking.
Yeah, your yeah, fam. There was
Not the
100
team
TS.
speak.
There was 100 TSs.
Yeah.
But listen. So I'm trying to get my way back into the team, right? Like, I'm not trying to. I don't want no problems with no one. Like, with Colonel Rock. Like, I'm trying to play with them. Like, I'm not trying to, But at the same time, I hate them. So Kyle did a drill. He wrote out. Maihn did a drill. He wrote out, and they want to get me back in the team. Like, they agree. They're like, okay, let's get him back in. So we go to the last person, the last factor who matters in this decision was Alex. And I vividly remember. I don't remember what Alex was playing. He was in a game of something, like, whether I think maybe CS, right?
Or
And
League. It was probably League.
League or some shit. And we're asking Alex the question. We're like, yo, listen, can we invite me back to the team? And Alex is not paying attention. He's just like, whatever. Like, he doesn't, whatever. So fast forward, and this is where I'll put the clip on screen right now. We have a 20-minute long video of this. We planned this, bro. Colonel and Rock was online. I think it was just maybe Colonel. Colonel was online and he was in the base and he was moving and shit. And you guys gotta help me with this. I don't remember all of it. But like, did you guys tell Colonel I was being re-invited? Because remember?
No.
No.
We
I remember.
invited you. We
invited
invited
me.
you.
Uh-huh.
You joined. Those dudes got on. They were like,
They were
with
bitching.
their, with their. No, they didn't even bitch. Some
Colonel
of
was
them just-
bitching, remember? He said some foul shit in chat to me. He's like, don't speak unless you're spoken
Yeah,
to.
Colonel-
I
Colonel was
remember.
angry. I remember it was funny because Rock saw that he joined. He logged in. He ran outside the base and just left.
Yeah. But
Rock
that
just
was
straight up left.
That was after we killed Colonel in the base. Okay, so let's talk about that. So I get invited, and Colonel and them are pissed and whatever. And then I think Colonel wasn't trying to leave. Like, he was trying to like I think I was in the team and he was gonna stay. But I think once Rock and them left, then that's when he was ready to leave and whatnot. But we're still arguing in chat. He's trying to figure out how this is gonna work with me back in here and with him here and whatnot. And we literally we got blocks. We blocked up the base and certain entrances and exits so nobody can leave, nobody can get in. And this guy Kyle, this is the biggest drill in fucking HCF history. This guy Kyle leaves the faction and starts critting Colonel out in the fucking base and this kid was dangling in the fucking air. Like, he could not do anything. This guy was getting ganked out in the corner. I vividly remember I shut off all of the beacons. So Colonel would have no advantage and we would have no advantage. There's no regen, there's no strength, no speed, nothing.
Well, we had more than one person, so.
But yeah, no, you were the only one because you were the only one who left. Yeah. So
I thought Spyno was shitting on him. I just remember
no, fam, in the video, I was screaming in the video. I was laughing.
Was
like
I
could not.
Screaming too?
Yeah, we were literally screaming. Like, fam, we could not believe what was going on. Like, this is the end of Amerinide. This was literally it. And Kyle just drilled it out, and he fucking killed Colonel right there. And bro, I literally took his set. I went outside. I got a flint and steel. I burned his fucking set, and I'm like, all right, I'm back. Let's get active. I'm back. So,
and then as soon as that happened, all the dudes that sucked their cocks.
Yeah, all the cocksuckers left, right? So that was
literal cocksuckers.
That was more. Let's say names, man. Fuck the ops. That was more. That was Josser. You know,
I remember someone that stayed with us.
It was the people who played Maihn with them. Musket.
It pretty much came down. It came down to people picking sides. And
yeah. A lot of dick sucking was going on. It's a fact.
Wait, this is crazy. Sheen rode out and stayed with us.
Sheen stayed. Yeah, I don't remember who stayed with us, but fam, like, that was the best feeling because I was finally back with. I was back with Krantu. I was back with SoaR. I was back with Derpy. I was back with Marky. I was back with Onion. Like, I was back with Maihn, Kyle, Alex. All, like, you know. My adrenaline was through the roof that night. Like, it was one of the most exciting times I've ever had on this game.
Yeah. One thing that pissed me off is when they made a new. I remember they made a new faction and I think we fought them at a Koth or something.
We went raidable to them. We went
raidable. I forget how. It was over some dumbass shit. I don't remember like actually losing.
We chased too far and we didn't have pearls to kite back to base.
Yeah.
I vividly remember, and they thought they were one up on us because of that. Technically they were, because we went raidable, right? All right, fair and square. So that map of Kohi, I can barely remember. Like, I don't remember the rest of it. Like, I don't remember playing it, and you know, but I remember map 11, and that's when Amerinide was done and never came back after that. Greatest fact, number 1 on the scoreboards, and that's when NoLimit came back, and that's when they made a faction called RoarXD. Now we all remember map 11, map 12. We're gonna get into it, but right off the bat, there was a lot of fucking tension. Like, for the people watching, like, you guys gotta understand, like, bro, Amerinide just came off of a map where they fucking steamrolled it, like 4 out of 4 Citadel caps. And you gotta remember that, like, they didn't need 30 out of 30 good people. Like, the foundation was good enough to carry everybody else who was in the team. So, like, they just came off of a map that they controlled. And it was the greatest map in HCF history. It's not like Amerinide controlled a shitty map that no one played. They controlled a map that everybody played. So there's a lot of tension. And map 11, we won that map. That's not even fucking, it's not up for debate. But it was
Keep
a lot
in mind, map 11, map 12, and 13 was when I don't know what happened to me, but I just was not playing with you guys. Map
you were
11,
Nightmare.
Yeah, Nightmare and Dawnlight, like whoever. I was just like hopping around.
That was a really rough time in your life, I bet.
It was. I was really down bad.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? Even though SoaR was a Nightmare, I still, like, to an extent, did not, like, you know, they were challenging, but we still ended up on top. So.
Guys, I need to talk about this. I don't know how anyone didn't bring this up yet. In my opinion, the most legendary fight in all of HCF history is when we went raidable to RoarXD in the Nether. They tried to raid our base, and we just fucking shit on them, made them raidable. I have the video at the end.
I have a video of that.
Fucking screaming.
I remember that.
Of going crazy when that shit happened.
Oh my god.
Listen. After that fight, I was yelling so fucking bad. I think I got sick. Like, I don't know how. I literally got sick and I couldn't go to school the next day. Some crazy shit like that. I remember.
Wait, I remember we made RoarXD raidable, Omniscious, Vanish raidable.
Fam, we were controlling. We were still fucking, like, okay, this is something people have to understand. Like, NoLimit, it was Amerinide, but then we had pieces from Soup Skids in NoLimit. We had pieces from Nightmare in NoLimit. We had pieces from different factions in the team. Pieces from Vanish, like, that's when we had NT. That's when we had, like, you know, those guys, like, NT was our archer and shit. So we had different pieces from different teams.
Wait, we can't forget Orbit. He's been a loyal member, I think, hasn't he?
No, Orbit's a factor.
Hi, Orbit.
But he was playing both sides. Remember, he was a Nightmare and shit. Let's not forget that part.
Wait, didn't you get hacked that map, Spyno? Into
so okay, So fam, map 11. Let's talk about it. So map 11, I remember. So what Krantu just said, what Latenci just said. We went raidable to Roxy in the Nether. I vividly remember Derpy got fucking flung off of a cliff. And he died to fall damage. We're already losing before the fight even started. Like, I don't know why he was on top of that hill. But he dies. We lose. We lose the fight. And then we're in the base and we're defending. And they come and they try to raid us. And we fucking crush them. Like, they actually got fucked. And that was one of the, I think, the most legendary base fight that I ever partook in myself. It's so much harder when you have to defend and all your valuables are just sitting in a chest and it's only surrounded by like one layer of fucking oak wood plank. Like literally.
For the map.
Wait.
Yeah.
Right?
You like that? What'd you say?
They could open our chests too.
Yeah, we were raidable, fam.
Yeah.
So literally all it took was somebody with an axe to just come and break one block and you can have access to our valuables and shit. So it was difficult defending, but we made it happen. You know, we beat them and whatnot. But map 11
fucking destroyed them.
There was a lot of tension map 11, like, bro, we just came off of that, you know, killing Colonel in the base, and they made us raidable on Kohi, and they just made us raidable again in the Nether. Like, we wanted to, you know, make them raid, like, we wanted to return the favor, and we did return the favor. But the tension that map was ridiculous. I got hacked that map. Colonel and Nike Boom, and this is a legendary moment. They hacked my account. They hacked all of my social medias, like my emails and shit. And like they took it too far. Like we didn't go back and hack them, but they were taking shit out of the game. But that's how this shit goes, right? So they hacked my shit, you know, whatever.
He really hacked his Minecraft account.
And then they recorded a video where when they were on my account, they broke all of our chests, like they fucked up the base, and you know, a ton of shit.
Yeah. We got rolled back though.
Yeah, we got everything back.
They changed your name to Trons and Nike.
Yeah, if you go look at my name MC history, that'll forever be. Oh shit! I almost dropped something. That'll forever be like a stain on my fucking on my name history. But I like it though. Like we moved on from all that shit, but I like it because that's part of the story, like the rivalry. You see what I'm saying? So.
Well, they were kind of pussies for doing that. Like
no, they were pussies. Bro, listen, bro, it was Soupskins and Ohana. It was Soupskins and it was Ohana, and that's why I hate them the most, because Colonel did this shit with Nike Boom, and Nike Boom wasn't even Ohana. He was Soupskins. He played with all those cocksuckers, right? Noxium and all those fuckboys. Even till this day, like, you know, we bump heads, you know, and you know, I'm giving one of them a backhand. You know what I mean? I'm gonna bully one of these my youths, you know. So, but yeah, no, they that's why I always hated them the most. That's why all my homies fucking hate them. They're on some super cocksucking shit. Even going back to fucking map 8 and shit, when we made them raidable, and when Blue Lightning was fucking abusing for them, like we found Sponge and shit in Soupskid's base. Like they were getting abused for it. Like I never liked none of these guys. They're all cocksuckers to me. You know, all of these guys had fucking, you know. And Colonel was getting away with a lot of shit too. Like, you know, he was a fucking infamous cheater. Like let's not, you know, forget that. Like that. He, like, really and truthfully, he was not a factor out here. He was fucking trash. Let's keep it a buck. So
yeah, Colonel was a weird one. A lot of people like to think that the majority of the faction cheated, but I can only list a handful of names.
Yeah.
That I was ever aware of that cheated.
Facts.
And I mean, people, we were pretty open with each other all the time. You know,
and I'm gonna keep it a buck. Even with the whole cheating situation.
None of the main people had ever cheated.
Yeah, nobody in this call cheated. Nobody in this call cheated.
And then listen to this. Like, bro, we were fighting teams like Nightmare who had 30 out of 30 cheaters. Okay, we're gonna get to that in a second. But listen, so let's talk about the rest of map 11. So I remember, I think we won that map. I don't remember how many times we capped Citadel. Was it okay? What map was it? You guys have to help me here. Map 11 and map 12. Kyle was like iffy, and Kyle didn't like have faith. So Kyle was going from, I mean, he joined Nightmare and he's joining other teams and shit. Do you guys remember?
Yeah.
And do you guys remember when Kyle was giving fucking Lurky authority in the team to make roster changes and shit? Kyle, speak on it. Lurky, fam.
I don't actually remember that.
I don't remember that. Maybe
fam, you were letting Lurky make calls, fam, and you guys one morning were ready to wipe out the whole roster and invite different people and shit like that. But yeah, fuck. What do you guys remember from map 11?
I actually don't remember much from that.
I remember we made Nightmare raidable that map.
That was the recharge map as well, right? We had the base in the desert that I built.
I don't remember.
I was in recharge that map. I remember.
Yeah, that was a
Was
recharge
that the
map.
that Bull and Dora built our base?
No,
that was 16.
That was 16.
Oh yeah.
11 was a big DDoS map as well. That was really annoying.
16 was terrible.
16
bro.
was-
I fucking
yeah,
hated
16
that.
16 was
fucking
really bad.
disgusting.
11 was bad too, with recharge playing.
Yeah. What I remember from
Waste you
11.
faction.
Yeah, fact.
Yo, boys, unfortunately, I have to leave right now.
Damn, folks.
Yeah,
Just
bro.
like that.
Just like that.
Unfortunately.
Peace.
Duty calls.
All right, Crow.
Dude, calls.
Thank you for being here,
Later.
Crow. Say your last words to the first episode, Crow, for the podcast.
What is there other to say than we were the best? There was
We control
never
shit.
really
That's right, Kyle.
a
Talk your
big
shit.
competition.
Talk your shit, Kyle.
A
Talk your shit.
competition.
Talk your shit a little bit. Say some names, Crow. Say some names.
All I'm saying is that anybody that came in my crosshair got the shit kicked out of.
Say some names, Crow. Say fuck Colonel.
Shit ball bag. Shit
Fuck
ball
Colonel.
bag.
Fuck that nigga. Fuck.
Fuck the ass.
Shit ball bag, bro.
That-
Oh, I
that-
remember
that-
shitball
that-
bag. I remember that name. That was funny.
All right, Crow. Last words. What do you say to the podcast?
300.
No way.
Ah!
That boy Kyle, legendary. Real
Peace out,
Amerinide
Kyle.
stepper. Real Amerinide stepper. You know what I mean? That was a real deal stepper.
Alright,
Okay.
boys.
All right,
Yeah,
all right,
thank you,
later,
fellas.
Crow. Holla at me later.
See you,
It
Kyle.
was good talking to you guys.
All right,
Later,
later,
bro.
folks.
See ya.
Marky's just sat here the whole fucking time with his mic
Muted. Okay. So let's move on. So
Yeah, let's speed shit up, bro.
map 11. I think we said what we needed to say. Rorixd was the main target, and I think we got rid of them,
Yeah.
and we capped Citadels, and we won that map. So let's talk about map 12, because map 12 is an interesting one because SoaR and Marky weren't in No Limit. They were in Nightmare at this time.
Wasn't Orbit and Nightmare 2 with us?
He might have
Yeah, Orbit and
been.
Musket. Orbit and Musket both.
So this
Yeah, we
was
lost a lot of members.
this was a point in time where like I think we were just trying to show dominance. I think it was like an ego thing. Like I remember Orbit and Musket were causing problems and they wanted to make roster change. I kind of vividly remember this too. And we just weren't having it. Like we weren't gonna take no orders or nothing from them. So I think we like let them walk. I'm pretty sure we
Yeah.
let them walk.
Was
Wait,
this, bro? Wait, guys. This is when
We invited
Is this when
Stimpy. We had Stimpy in the
was in our
faction.
faction. Yeah.
Mar-
Yeah.
This is when, this
Yeah.
is when we
bro.
started filling up
I
spots
think
with
this
them.
is also when I grabbed Lucio by his neck and threw him off the end and we
It
made him
is.
raidable, wasn't it?
It is. So okay. So I want to talk about
Legendary.
that fight because we have new information
I
about
love
it.
playing with Stimpy. I still have the Stimpy poster on my wall from when I was a youngin.
So listen. Map 12. There's some people who are gonna argue that the map was a tie between Nightmare. It definitely fucking wasn't. Well, I mean, obviously, when your team
Okay.
is when your team is 30 out of 30 cheaters, like okay, obviously you're gonna be putting
29
up a
out
fight.
of 30. 29 out of 30.
20,
Also,
28 out
com-
of 30. Marky too.
coming from someone who played with Nightmare that map, the first week looked pretty promising for us. We made every single faction on the server raidable, and then come Citadel, we got shit on by you guys, and that was it. You
So
guys
how
won
many
the map
known
from
people
there.
did you know that in the fact that cheated? Like did you know like a
Everyone,
lot? No way.
everyone, bro. I swear to
that
God.
That's a
Icon,
member of
right?
the faction
No.
speaking.
Icon, me, like the guys from NoLimit and Amerinide were not cheating. That was probably my best map. Like I was at my PvP prime, whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
but-
SoaR's a driller. I'm gonna talk about that. Listen, I was sending SoaR on fucking drills to go kill bards. Listen, man. Go on, SoaR. Talk your shit.
But yeah, I think first week went to us, and then from there on, like after Citadel, like Lucio just kind of offed himself, and we just
Fucking
like
goof, bitch.
People will say we didn't make them raidable in the end because like the server lagged out. All of them lagged out somehow.
That's what I want to talk about.
that was the second fight.
That's what I want to talk about.
That's
So
when I dropped. Is that when I dropped when we were fighting?
Yeah.
yeah,
Let's not
yeah.
forget we had Oculism come back and play this map.
Lonnie,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oculus
Wait,
came
wait.
back.
Wait, for reference, map 12, Citadel number 2, it was like around June 15th or something.
Mhm.
Oh damn.
So that's
2016.
That'll be the 2016, right?
Yeah,
2016.
2016, yeah.
God
mhm.
damn.
June 2016, yeah.
Mod and map 13 was a summer map, but I was blacklisted. We'll talk about that in a sec. We didn't even play map 13.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
Yeah,
I don't remember map 13. I don't think I played that.
Yeah, that map was fucking trash. But okay, anyway, map 12. There's a lot to talk about for map 12. So the rivalry for map 12, RoRXD was still, you know, a factor. Nightmare was a factor still and whatnot. And basically during map 12, there was a fight that we had with Nightmare in the end, and Captain Mike made a really stupid call, you know, for us to go fight them. He made a stupid fucking call. I think we're outnumbered.
For sure we're outnumbered.
Yeah, and we fucking lost, and we went raidable. And they would
like to make a guest appearance.
Definitely not. But
that's my you right there.
What's it called?
Styling.
We went raidable. Yeah, no, that's styling that motherfucker. So
raidable.
Yeah, so we weren't raidable, and you guys know how it is. We needed to get revenge with the quickness, so we met them back in the end, and the tables turned, and we beat them fair and square. But new information for people. But this is the new information that I have about the Lago. So listen, we're way beyond map 12. That was 2016. Here we are in 2021 talking about it. We were beating him fair and square. I don't have him in here, but he'll tell you if you go talk to him. Albino Wizard just told me that when the server lagged out, somebody hit off the server. It wasn't him, but somebody hit off MineHQ. Somebody hit off the server for it to lag out because we were fucking putting the pressure on those fuckboys.
On them.
Yo, Krantu, Latenci sent Losty off the end. We took their leader out first.
Him by his neck. Shoved them up.
Fam, it's not like we were targeting shitters. We were sending the leaders out first, fam. We were controlling the fight from start to finish.
We were up so much. They barely had any pots. They were all grouping up in like a circle.
We had them pressured against the spawn. Bro. We had them pressured against the fucking spawn.
Yeah, they were 100% dead. And then I guess I didn't even know this. So you're saying they DDoS the server so they could get rolled back?
So they could get rolled back, exactly. Bro. See, that's what we never did no shit like that. Our competition went out like bitches. You know what I mean? They went out like, you know.
We were winning that either way, 100%.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I always tell people.
Keep the conversation going. I need a shit and piss real bad, but I'll be pretty fast.
I'm gonna be honest. None of us
listen like Rusty Top type deal.
Whoa.
I'll be back.
Okay, go on.
None of us in the faction, like at the time, really knew what the fuck was going on. Like we knew we were losing, and we thought, like, I think we got a little cocky once we killed, I think it was Maihn and someone else.
Oh yeah, when I dropped,
we killed 2 people, and then from there, like, we just like stopped, like, you know, taking it as serious, and then we were getting fucked. And then when Losty died, it was just like a fucking domino effect. Like everyone just started, literally everyone just started dropping. And when the server lagged out, I was hot, bro. I was mad because I had like 2 rows, a row and a half. I was ready to keep fighting, but then it just.
I think our guys that was in Nightmare.
Are definitely winning though.
But what I'm saying is, I think our guys that was in Nightmare were the ones that was, you know, outperforming and, you know. And you guys, exactly. You guys are the ones holding them up. So,
bro, me, Icon, Marky.
Bro,
I'm not gonna say Musket.
I remember that fight. You guys know Glodine, right? You guys know Glodine?
Yeah, he was shit talking. He was running his mouth on Twitter.
That guy obviously cheated, but
you dropped him. You fucking dropped him right after they killed me.
I remember during the fight, this guy hit the weirdest combo on me, and then I realized in my head, yeah, we're going up against 30 fucking cheaters. I need to literally throw my fucking balls off, dude. Yeah. I was like, yeah, that's legit. I don't know, bro. That shit was crazy.
But like, bro, even though these guys were fucking cheating, we were still pressured. Like, Glodine was cheating blatantly, and we still made him drop. Like, I don't remember who it was in the team that got the kill. It might have been you, Latenci. I'm pretty sure it was you, bro.
I think it was me, actually. I did work that fight.
Bro.
I did work.
Because we wanted revenge, fam. Like, bro, we weren't about to go out like bitches. Like, what, fam? We fucking... We made them raidable fair and square, and they booted the server off to save themselves. You know, like the goofs that they were. And this is new information to me. I just found this out last week, literally. I did not know this.
Way.
Yeah. Till look, 4 years later, fam. 3 years later. but yeah, so that's how that went down. But map 12 was one of those maps where, like, I feel like, you know, the tension between us and RoRXD, and like it kind of started to fade away, and like because after that, I don't think we played them ever again after that. After map 12.
They just kind of fell off, you know. They stopped taking it as serious. Like,
yeah, and like, you know, a lot of those guys' excuses in that team is that they never played competitively. They just played for fun. Shut the fuck up. Like you were playing to try and beat us, and you couldn't beat us.
Yeah, we also had Tryhard on our team.
So yeah, no,
we had some
we had Light, Airbus was in the faction, Marcel was in the faction, I think Jordan was in the faction, Avery was in the faction. We had fam, our roster was deep. We had a lot of like Vanish in there, like NT was in there. I remember Craggy was in there. Lonnie came
A-Rub.
back for that map. We had Oculism. We fucking like we had a nice roster for map 12. We control map 12. I think we won 2 Citadels, and I think Nightmare won 2 Citadels, but we won that map.
I'm watching the fight back. So Philip died, then I killed Losty, and then who else died? We just started shooting on all of them.
Yeah, it was a mass fam. We were dropping them like flies. It was like fam, after Losty got flung off the fucking end, it was like body after body after body after body after that, and that's why they did what they did, because like bro, they weren't getting no return kill on us. Like fam, I think Maihn came back into the fight too, right? Maihn?
I also killed Glowdean.
Yeah, Maihn came back with a full pot load out.
Bro, you know why I killed Glowdean? I'm watching it back. I'm pretty sure he had less KB on, like the hack. And I was just critting him from behind. He just was not moving.
Yeah.
I got like literally 15 hits in a row because he had a fucking knockback hack.
Fucking cocksucker, fam.
And he wasn't moving at all.
They were all fucking cheating, fam. All of them. But map 12 was one of my last HCTeams maps for, well, I'll break it down, but I got blacklisted right after that. I don't even remember what it was for. Like, I think I was making my own server at the time or some shit like that. And
oh, I think you were making Riot. Or something.
I think this is when I was first making Riot, and I got blacklisted and whatnot. That's like, I'm not even gonna get too much into that, but it was a super like complicated thing. But fast forward, I ended up getting unblacklisted after map 13, and we played map 14. There's not really much to say about map 14. It's just another map that we played for the fun of it, and we won. It was dry. I don't think Rorixd played either.
Map 14?
Yeah, it was a stale map.
That's when I came back and joined you
something
guys.
about this map, you guys gotta remember, we didn't really mention this, but like ever since like map 10 through like 14, when Rock started playing again, Rock would always get like #1 kill start of the world. This map, I was like, fuck it. This was when I was like amazing. I got #1 kills in the start of the world. This map, I went crazy on this map.
We put together that squad. It was me, you,
Start of the world
Kyle,
squad. Yeah,
Mark, and we just shit on everyone.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how we had started the world squads and how you guys would dominate Nether and End, and like that's why we were the best, fam. That's why you guys would get on the server first, and then you guys would go mine.
I have a map 14 video of like us doing SOTW.
This is when I started playing UHC a lot, like for videos and shit. So I got really good at this shit.
How quickly
both of us. We both got into that. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember.
And then we would rush like Nether, get everything, have a bard with us, and just hop in people's bases and just fucking make everyone raidable. And we got a lot of shit like that.
Went crazy. Bro, I'm watching the video. It's just me critting out CantSoaR at the end. Oh my god.
We had some
which one?
We had some pretty
Nightmare
good.
raidable.
Oh yeah.
We had some nice fights. Map 14. I'm not gonna say it was a dead map.
Hold on, let me see. HCTeams Map 14.
Bro, map 14 was definitely okay. It definitely was a pretty like it wasn't an average HCTeams map. Do you guys remember? Map 14 started when school started in September, so it was pretty dry.
Yeah. There was not much competition. We basically just got on, shit on kids, and got off.
Yeah, exactly. Map 14 was like, we had some pretty good fights in the end. I remember, and that was a point in time like when I was leading fights, I would literally be like screaming out song lyrics and shit. Like I wasn't really taking it serious. It was definitely a more relaxed map, and it was just another map that we won.
There was just not a lot of competition. We kind of just shat on everyone.
Yeah.
So at that point, we were very solidified.
And this is a point that I want to make. Like, we were the competition. Like, we gave kids a reason to play on these servers and try and beat us. It was never gonna happen. But we gave we were one of the we were factors out here, all of us. And I really feel in my heart that we were one of the reasons why people want to, whatever you want to call it, I'm gonna call it real hardcore HC factions. I feel like we're the reason why it lasted as long as it did. Like you guys, you gotta remember, like HCF when in our era, I'm telling them how we just fucking carried the shit as players, and we got no.
People still play, bro. They want to play against Dragneel.
I know, right? But anyway, like I was saying,
let's fight Voltage.
I feel like the servers that we were playing on, like HCTeams, got no new content. Like it truthfully, it didn't. and we still played regardless, like even a stale map like map 14. And I don't know, I feel like now that, you know, we're not a thing and whatnot, like I just feel like we were the reason why it lasted as long as it did. Like I see all of these kids complaining and screaming about bring it back, but like, fam, we were one of the reasons why this shit was as lit as it fucking was. Like, you always wanted to beat the #1 team, and you know.
Yeah.
So it's
I think there's many reasons that contributed to the death of a game mode like HCF. Of course, I think what you're saying is true. I think HCTeams would have been successful long after they decided to stop putting maps up. 16 or 7. I don't know what happened between 16 and 17. There was a year break. I don't know what happened there. I think if there were maps in between, they would have still been successful.
A year and a half.
Yeah.
You guys want to just quickly talk about
if you
15?
compare, one second. If you compare HCF to other games, it's incredibly hard to get into because if you want to play it seriously, you need 29 other people to play it with. Like you can always fuck around in small factions.
Yeah, and that's what I don't want us to forget, the small factions, because remember, LOL it's Alex was playing on all of these maps, getting his base spawned in and whatnot, and like the smaller factions would claim the smaller factions would claim around him, and that's where that was
a big part of it.
Yeah.
Dove wanted me to ask, do you think today's faction players would have a chance?
Wait, hold on. We're gonna get into other I want to real quick. I just want to finish. I want to finish map 14, 15, and 16. We can talk about 17 as well, and then I want to move on to like certain other topics.
The thing about those maps is like that's when we really just had no competition. We were just playing for fun. Like I'm looking at these videos. This is like us winning every single Citadel. This is when like Aloha and Voltage and and Animal Farm and factions like that started becoming the other competition to us, which is not even competition. So, like I don't even know if there's much to talk about these maps. We just there was no competition anymore. Like Aloha was our fucking competition. We just shit on them and we would barely even be trying.
Maps, you're right.
This is when it started going downhill in the competition. We were just really
it was getting super stale, and RoarXD wasn't really a thing. Those maps
we just capped every Citadel.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm pretty sure sometimes we didn't even feel like playing Citadel. I don't know.
Even like Conquest and shit, we wouldn't even make no appearance for it. Map 14 or map 15. Like map 15, I don't really have too much to say about that map. There's just another map.
Any of these maps,
map 15 was another map we won. Map 16 was a fucking horrible map. That's when those fucking cocksuckers were around, bro. And we just we were getting booted off every single time we ran into Citadel, and we were getting booted off by people that we weren't even competing against. It was just bored fucking kids who just sat in Citadel on alt accounts, and every time we ran into
sit on the roof waiting to see us run through the gates.
And they'd fucking boot us off.
Next thing you know, 5 people are lagging out.
Yeah, and like that's really how come that's how come in certain situations we weren't rateable in last fights, because as soon as we run into Citadel, we're getting fucking booted off. So
dude, I'm watching a video of Caleb, the biggest gamer, and I just see in the chat Alfie talking in our faction. Why was he in our faction?
Yeah, he was in the team. He's in the team.
We wanted to make him feel included.
I think he was brewing. I think for us,
it was probably his birthday or something. We gave him a little treat. We gave him a little birthday invite for the day.
Bro, we weren't even trying. I'm watching this like we're just not trying against these kids. Just ruthlessly shitting on these guys.
Bro, I was playing Archer and shit like that. Like I was in Archer with Pierre. This is when Pierre came back. I think map 14.
We invited a fucking developer to our faction, bro. That's how like.
Yeah, exactly. That literally says it. Sorry, that literally says it.
We just were the best. Like I don't know. They just.
Yeah. Like honestly, map 14 and map 15, map 16 were pretty stale. So let's move on to map 17, and then we'll move on to other topics and whatnot. Map 17. Okay. Listen.
Wait, map 17.
I don't even remember much about this. This is when I was becoming more of a content creator.
So map 17 ended up happening a year and a half after map 16. This was when MineHQ went down. Yeah,
did I play or no?
You did.
It's summer 2018.
Okay. I think I played, but I focused on content a lot. Streaming and shit.
Fuck, that was Avengers. What the?
Avengers, yeah.
And
we played with all the Super Kids guys, and we played again with Rock and Syncronox.
Yeah, so the reason why I want to talk about map 17 is because that was the first map that me, Maihn, Alex, Kyle, Rock, and Syncronox played in a team together again, the first time since 2016. So that was a pretty big moment. Like if that was if map 17 is the last time that I ever play HCF with just in general, if that's the last time I ever play, then that's a nice closing for me, because that was the map that we all played together again, and
Oh, I remember this map now.
So map 17, I'm gonna keep it a buck. It wasn't that exciting of a map. It was just nice to be back with the guys and shit again. And I don't know if you guys remember, the first Citadel got capped instantly as soon as it went up. So like,
That's right.
the first week was literally went to waste. And then the second week, we won, and that was the last real Citadel. And it was just it's a perfect way to end the story. Like, Amerinide capped the first ever Citadel on HCTeams, and NoLimit caps the last Citadel on HCTeams. This is a perfect way to end everything off. So that's my 2 cents on map 17. It was so being honest, like, even though the roster was pretty shit, and the roster was shit, the roster was shit for the sole reason that, like, if we wanted Rock, if we wanted,
we had to invite fucking Andrea, Lisa, whatever the fuck.
We had Zayna,
Strums. That guy's dog shit. Like we had to invite a lot of people who were just dead weight, and that shitter. And like, listen, what really sucks is that a lot of these guys were getting invited over a lot of the guys. Like, I remember even Pure couldn't get into the faction, so we just never played. And so I wouldn't change anything though. But like we went raidable. Like, we went raidable in the Nether, and I was just recently looking at the video, and the reason why we went raidable, like, if you guys go look at who died, it wasn't even us. It wasn't NoLimit. It wasn't Amerinide. It was like the shitters that we invited, like fucking Zayna and I think Strums and Zoom in. Like, what the fuck you I mean, bro, listen. So that's kind of how map 17 was for me, at least. If you guys want to speak on map 17, you guys can.
I don't really remember much. I just remember
not playing as much. I remember we played that.
That map 17 was a weird one. I wouldn't put too much of the blame on the people that you listed, like Zoomin and Strums. I think they were. I think for them it was their first map playing, and I think they did quite well. We definitely made mistakes that map. I'm not going to name any names, but all the dumb shit happened. That could have led to us doing much better than we did, but it is what it is, and we had a lot of fun, so it's fine.
I mean, at the end of the day, like,
no regrets.
Like when you go and, like, you're playing to win Citadel. You're playing to win that, and we did that. So, like, I don't have any complaints about that map. If anybody counts that third Citadel, like, you got to be a fucking idiot. Like, bases are spawned in and shit. That does not fucking count. So
you guys want to talk about what Mark said in the chat?
Yeah. Okay. So listen. Now that we've gone through, listen. If we continue to talk about maps and we keep going in detail, we could literally be here all fucking night. Like, this could be like a 3-4 hour episode.
Nah, bro. Episode 2, bro. Episode 2.
Yeah. We'll definitely do an episode 2 and more of the gang, definitely. But let's get into certain topics and shit. So
I like Mark's, and Mark's a good one to get into that topic he said.
Dove, Marky has a good question, and his question was, do you think today's faction players would have a chance against NoLimit and Amerinide?
Think we let Alex take this question?
Brilliant.
Yeah, he plays. He's been playing with retirement home.
Oh, that is right. I did say I was a career fucking Minecraft player.
Yeah, Alex is holding it down.
So Alex, what happened when you guys played Lunar? There's a Lunar map not too long ago. I didn't play it. No, I don't know how much of the guys really played. So
I don't think a lot of our guys.
I was in that, bro.
You were?
Yeah.
I mean, if we address this question directly and assume that we're talking about if today we all logged in and started playing again, then of course we're not going to be as good as we were immediately. The skill has improved as it would on any game. The more time you give it, the better people are going to get. But that also applies to us.
Bro,
if we had have kept playing, we would be as good as the players that are playing today. We wouldn't just magically stop improving.
I'm gonna say it like this: the skill gap it's not like there's some even bigger, deeper gap now. There's not. Like,
I agree.
Kyle
and for
came
what
back.
What you said when we played. When we played Luna recently, we were just playing to fuck around.
And
like, we weren't playing super seriously. We were playing with a bunch of friends, some people who had never even played the server before. And we did fairly well. I mean, not the first map we quit. We didn't do that well up until that point. The second map, which was Luna map 8, we did pretty well. Yeah.
Well, like, this is the way that I like to think of it. When Kyle came back, right, Syncronox, when he came back in 2018, the last time he played was in 2017. It's been a year and a half, right? And it literally took him 30 minutes to an hour of just practicing on PotPvP on the practice server on MineHQ to get back to where he left off from. So being realistic, let's just say we brought our group of guys back and we were to play. Obviously, there's gonna be a 1-2 people who will just never find their rhythm again. It is what it is. But there is no faction in today's era, or any era for that matter, that can beat us. Period. That's not up for
100%.
debate. It's not up for fucking debate.
Bro,
Like,
I got on what's it called Lunar a few weeks ago and literally played for like an hour and it was just shitting on every kid that I versed. It wasn't even funny.
it's not even being fucking egotistical, bro. We're a fucking, like, when you speak about HCF, like, we are the we're the greatest group. Like, we fucking steamrolled, bro. This is, nobody from this fucking era can beat us. It's as simple as that. I don't know what has gotten into these fucking kids' head, thinking that like, oh shit, it's so different now. We'll definitely beat these guys. No, the fuck you won't. Like, none of you guys are factors out here. You guys weren't fucking playing when it fucking mattered. We were there 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, putting in work. You guys was fucking watching our videos on YouTube.
You mentioned this just a second ago when Kyle came back and played in 2018. Do you remember the day? And I think you may have a video of this on your channel. Me, you, him, and Marcel did 4v4s on. I don't know if it was Dead.
I was in my prime, Alex. I was in my.
You'll remember those fights.
I definitely do. I do.
We spent a few hours doing 4v4s against, and I mean, obviously Stimpy was in the party, so everybody was making a team to fight us, and I don't think we lost a single fight. We were playing against some of the top players.
Bro, I want to say one thing about that. That was the map that I learned how to jitter click. My entire career, I've been playing at 8 CPS, 7 CPS, and this was the first time I learned how to jitter click, and I was on a different level. Like, that was the best me playing ever. Like, I was on a map 17. I was on a totally different level. Like, my aim improved when I learned how to jitter click, the way I was holding my mouse and shit. Like, I was on a different type of timing.
Yeah.
Go on, Krantu.
Oh no, I was gonna say, like, I remember fighting Alexlm after he didn't play for like 2 years, and it took him like not even too long to like
get back to where
up with me, but like he got like a lot better quickly. I was like, dude, this guy hasn't played in 2 years, and he's better than half these shitters that are playing every single day that I verse.
Well,
this was like a while ago, but
the game now, like, it's changed a lot from how it was before. Like, now it's about making sure your pots heal you like a certain amount of hearts and like conserving pots and shit. Like,
that's what I was really good at back in the day, was conserving pots.
Or something.
Yeah, you gotta play like differently. It's all about pearling on the other person. Like, it depends what you're playing.
Bro, that's what I noticed when I started playing again. I was like, bro, every time I'm about to combo someone, they just pearl right at me. Like, what the fuck?
Listen though, like, to like, about Mark's question. Like, last thing I want to say about it. I don't think any team could beat us if we were to come back the same way we did for map 17, map 18. What am I talking about? Map 18. The same way we came back map 17, and everybody just practices and gets warmed up and whatever. Nobody's beating us. Like, listen, Avengers was a cool idea, and but like, I'm not going to like let's just say in the future. Let's just say if we ever play again, whatever happens, you know.
Hypothetically speaking.
If everybody just warms up and whatnot and our group is playing, nobody's beating us, and it's listen, there's no argument that anybody could make in my eyes. Like, respectfully to whoever's playing now, we're fucking unbeatable. Like, listen, we control HCF. We have controlled HCF for a long fucking period of time, and shit'll just never change. It's as simple as that. Whoever's playing now is not even a factor out here. All of these kids that are barking about who is good now and so on and so forth, you're trying to prove shit in 2021. Where were you in 2016 and 2015? You weren't. You weren't even around. Like, you know. So go do your fucking homework. Go watch YouTube.
The last thing I'll
videos.
say in relation to Mark's question is,
fuck the ops.
I don't think the skill level has increased as much as people like to think it has, but I will say that the average skill level has most definitely increased a lot. I can't remember who it was in here that said just a few minutes ago, fights come down to who's more accurate with their potions instead of comboing people or whatever else you were implying with that, and I think that's true.
That's what I was the average back in the day.
The average skill has definitely increased. The playing field is a lot more even, but it's not as if players are insanely good like they seem to think.
I mean,
I just feel like in team fighting we're the greatest. Period. Go on, sir.
It's so fucking easy to aim at like the Minecraft
it's
like
not a hard
player
game
model.
To play at all.
Like,
there's not much to it.
Everyone has the same aim. It just comes down to like the little fucking things that like allow you to win the fight. And also, I just want to say, Voltage, Dragneil, any of those factions, if you guys are watching this, y'all are fucking stains, bro. Yo, And HCTeams, you guys were making no fucking noise. You guys had LFF posts around the fucking Reddit, yo.
So I want to talk
How long
about.
have you been in here? I'm not getting paid for this, remember?
We've been talking for like almost an hour. I'm pretty sure.
I'm a busy man. Come on.
So listen.
Unless you're gonna fucking pad my pockets here or anything.
Listen.
You want me to keep speaking?
So
Go buy you some Domino's pizza.
So listen. So I have another topic.
I'll stick around.
The other thing that I wanted to speak about. You know what? Matter of fact, maybe we could get into Krantu's thing. Yo, Marky, what do you think? What do you think we should talk about? What do you guys think we should
I have two things that
let's not talk about it yet.
I don't even want to talk. Listen, I don't even want to talk about
today.
No, I don't want to talk about the yesterday stuff.
You're not even today. You don't want to ever speak on it, or what?
I don't think we should talk about it. Period. Let's just,
we should move.
Yeah.
Let's move
Do you guys
on.
want to talk about the superstars that NoLimit has made in today's
That
society?
is something I want to talk about. 100%.
I'm done. I can name a few right now.
So listen. So for those who don't know, there's a lot of people in Amerinide and NoLimit that have moved on and whatnot, but are in other fields and whatnot, and they're excelling.
And they're actually fucking doing some crazy shit.
And it's like
you guys know Moxie, right?
Yeah.
Obviously.
But before we get into names, I just want to say
okay.
It doesn't even have anything to do with social media. Like, bro, Kyle just finished his degree. Like, Maihn is on the verge of getting his. A few years, however long it takes. Like, Alex doesn't want me to speak on this, but Alex is, getting active he's getting active in the air. You know what I mean? Like, we're doing a lot. So, like me, I'm still here. I'm holding it down. I'm still like I never left. So, but we could talk about the people who are massive on YouTube streaming. We can definitely talk about that.
I mean, obviously.
Start naming some names. Like who is it?
There's fucking me, obviously, but
trying to see.
800K on
800K on YouTube. I had like 150K on Minecraft after HCF, but I had to move on to different things. There's Moxie, who is even not bigger than me on YouTube, but on Twitch. He has more influence. This guy, I just seen him streaming earlier today, playing Overwatch with like 2K viewers. He's boys with XQC. On Among Us, he was averaging like 10K. Crazy shit, bro.
Yo,
I messaged him a few weeks ago. He answered me, but what are you saying, sir?
I've been friends with Moxie for 5 years. He was the first person I met on MC, bro. He will not talk to me now, bro. He's too famous.
No
for me.
way.
Swear to God. I messaged him. I messaged him on Team. I was like, "Yo, what up? Remember me?" Like obviously he remembers me, but like we're like, "Yo, like what's good?" And just no answer. I was like, "All right, bet." Like,
but
I DM'd them on Twitter.
You know how it goes. Though. Listen, no. When people get big, it's like, bro, they're getting bombarded, and they get a lot of messages, and they can't get back to everyone.
Maybe he didn't even see it, bro. Like,
I wouldn't even think that personally. Moxie's gang.
No, not at all.
He answered me, bro. The funniest thing is I just remember Spyno not wanting Moxie in the faction for some reason.
Yeah, I fucking hated him.
He used to troll so much.
Him and Rain were so
troll.
annoying, but I love them to death. Don't get that twisted.
They were the biggest trolls. Me, him. I don't know if you guys remember Apexe.
That's gang.
Yeah, Apexe.
Bro,
me, Moxie, and Apexe were like the gang. We would talk every day until like fucking 6 in the morning. I don't know. We'd play like Overwatch, Minecraft, just do a bunch of shit. So besides Moxie, besides Moxie, there's well, I saw him talk to Apexe, but besides Moxie, there's Dante. He actually, bro. I remember us telling him like, bro, don't fucking quit Minecraft because he was quitting early, bro, because he was huge.
Yeah, he was huge
then,
on
like,
bro. He was
was
controlling Badline. Are we like?
He was controlling Badline.
Fam, it was the same. It's like the same
bro.
thing with you, Crow. It's like you were starting to blow. Like you were doing other shit. Like you were doing Hypixel. You doing packs and shit like that. You broke 100K subs and whatnot. But then you moved on anyway and look at Fortnite. It's the same shit, fam.
Yeah. Bro, Dante had that way before me though. Like Dante was like fucking the biggest creator in the whole community at the time. But I remember thinking he was like so dumb for like leaving his channel and shit. But you know what? Like, but he's not. He's a fucking Overwatch pro right now.
Has been for years.
Sometimes, yeah, for years. And that's the thing why he was like not playing on his channel because he was grinding Overwatch. So
and then there's another Overwatch pro who is in NoLimit. Craigie, yeah, he went pro in Overwatch. Yeah. I think he's still pro to this day. He has been for years now too. And it's like it's crazy. Like, and I remember earlier in you know, when we're talking, I mentioned Booga, how he had a screenshot from my video on Kohi in the 29 versus 50 Amerinide versus Nightmare in Venezuela video. And Booga's not pro in Fortnite. Like, bro, a lot of big names came from our community and came from HCF.
So is there anyone else from our faction, or should we just start talking about people in general that came from HCF?
I think that's everyone from us, right? There's also Craigie. Craigie's a
Dante, Craigie,
Craiggie's pro in Overwatch.
Syncronox is pro. He's pro in what's Apex Legends?
And more. Apex Legends, Syncronox and more pro Apex Legends.
Yeah.
I don't claim more, bro. I don't claim him.
Rain's stream's doing really well on Twitch recently.
Yeah, Rain is
I think he hit
really
500
good.
subs. His stream's popping off. It's really good.
What?
He plays UHC.
Wait.
Oh shit.
We can't forget though. We can't forget. USMC is like top, like 1200 on Osu.
No way.
Yeah.
Nobody remembers him probably. Yeah, USMC.
No, I don't know.
No, like the people viewing this will definitely not know, folks, but maybe a 1-2. But
wait, Gaze McGee is like top 50 on Osu, I think, in the world.
He was a super player, right? I don't think I ever knew him.
Yeah.
Well, we just got some talented people in our community. So let's just talk about. So those are people just in our faction that we knew of, but let's talk some people that played Minecraft and that are just big today. Played Minecraft in general.
Leafy.
So Dream, Leafy, you guys know Dream, obviously biggest Minecraft creator in the world. He played the HCPvP, which is fucking just insane that he came from like the HCPvP was like the start of like the whole Minecraft PvP community. Like there was no HCPvP. I don't know if there would have been like HCF. Would there have been or no? I don't know. I mean, I know it was soup, but like they kind of like started it all.
That server came up when I was 11 years old. I don't remember any of that.
Yeah, HCPvP.
I'm still a youngin.
I played that. That's where I came from.
Fucking young bull.
But Stimpy is still around to this fucking day playing Minecraft, doing well.
There's a lot of people around, but
Booga,
but there's a lot of people who definitely left though. There's a lot of people that we've lost from like time periods, like 2016 to now.
You guys know Dizzy?
It is what it is. Yeah.
Dizzy.
Yeah.
Was Dizzy a Minecraft?
When I went to the Avengers video, I looked at the comments and Dizzy commented on it. I guess he knows Avery.
Yeah, he knows Avery.
2 years ago.
He does.
So he I guess he did play Minecraft. Yeah, Booga also recognized me from not even knowing me from Fortnite, but one time he was in one of my friend's chats on Twitch. He's like, Latenci, I used to use your texture packs, which is insane.
Crazy.
I know
so crazy.
Bunch of other Fortnite pros that used to play Minecraft that know me, like people that aren't even like crazy big on Fortnite. They semi are, but like a lot of people came from Minecraft on Fortnite. A lot of people, bro.
One person that's super OG that I guarantee nobody knows about is a Russian Roulette. He plays Valorant professionally for TSM. His name is Dapper now, and he's played TS. Yeah, he was friends with Apache Blitz. He's
Alex probably
going crazy right now.
What's his name?
Definitely. Russian Roulette. Of course, you probably remember him.
He played HCF.
Yeah.
I recognize the name. It's not somebody that I even knew.
Yeah, he played with Apache, like back in the day.
He played with who?
Dude.
Apache Blitz.
I thought you said he played with Amerinide. I'm like, what?
Oh, no, Apache Blitz.
Yeah, I don't know who the hell that guy is. Moving on.
Why do you guys think so many like why Minecraft birthed so many talents? Was it just because like so many people played Minecraft, or is it just like the competitive nature of the game, or like what is it?
I honestly I feel like okay, HCF for example, and it being as competitive as it is and whatnot, you can't really find that anywhere else. Like, but listen, this is the fact. Like, bro, Fortnite is having these crazy big tournaments for big money, and people can have careers. Like realistically, there's only like a handful of people at the time, like 2016, whatever, getting paid off this shit. Right?
I was getting paid,
and it was people move on.
Paid big money, yo.
Yeah. But
do you guys want to talk about if Minecraft was still alive today, or the faction community, if like the possibilities of it becoming an esport or actually something that was watched by millions?
I don't think it's very probable.
You don't think so?
There's only one thing I want to say on it, and it's like, I feel like it definitely there could have been like a competitive.
We had that one tournament, bro. What was that one tournament we played in?
CTF on Battleline.
Bro, we never played CTS a day in our life, and I think we got to fourth or something.
Listen. We got to we got to the finals, and we literally disconnected and left because we had HCTeams Start of the World.
Yeah, we finished second because we left.
bro, and we were
It was
versing
against
people.
It's against Dante and them.
Yeah, I don't know who the guy that I'm about to name is. I just know his name. His name was
Moxie was playing
something hockey
Jenny or something. Bro,
X-Hockey MC, I think.
Hivlik?
I
don't know, but all I know is those guys, all the guys we versed were literally playing this CTF shit for like years and years, like just how we played factions, and like we just came and just fucked shit up. Like, we were just that adaptive and good, bro. Could have won that tournament. I have videos on my channel of us just fucking kids up on that shit. We were really like that shit was fun.
I think HCTeams, like compared to UHC and all the other fucking game modes that are on Minecraft, HCTeams had the best PvPers and
100%.
in
It
general.
It was the most competitive, and I feel like the people who are playing Kohi, MineHQ and whatnot were the best in all of Minecraft. Period. At PvP
Bro,
and whatnot.
actually, I want to talk about this. I hate the fact that people think Dream and Technoblade are the best Minecraft PvPers. Like, I would get on after 6 years of not playing it, and still shit on them right now with my left hand tied behind my fucking back, bro. Just
blindfolded.
Like, come on. Like, I don't know. It's just because, like, I don't know what the reason is. They are entertaining, but they're just definitely not even close to what the best Minecraft PvPer is.
And everyone knows that's not enough for debate.
Bro, people really on God, people actually think that they're the best.
Yeah,
like,
but it's
obviously people not in our community, but like other people truly think that, bro.
The people that are watching this right now all know, like they all know.
Yeah, obviously. But just the fact that those guys have like okay, obviously they're very fucking entertaining, but like I don't know, no one should think they're the best. It's just not. There's literally the average lunar player probably would beat them in a 1v1. It just I don't know.
Okay, listen.
I don't. That leaves a bad taste in my mouth for some reason.
I don't even want to talk about those guys because that has nothing to do with us and HCF.
Yeah, no, I just needed to say that. I needed to fucking say that.
So we'll end this off soon here because we've said majority of what we need to say, and then obviously I definitely want to follow up in the near future and do an episode 2, try and get a few more of the guys in here, factors, but
Mike.
Definitely not. But one of the things that I want to say is HCF, like how do I say this? Listen, like a lot of people have to understand that I'm trying to like gather my thoughts and my words. Just like I don't want to say this wrong. Kohi closed, MineHQ closed back to back. Okay, we lost the faces of our community back to back, and it was the most tragic shit, and that left a lot of people like us, looking for other servers to play and whatnot, and the only thing left was
Badline.
Not even fuck that. I'm talking about like great HCF servers, and that's when Arcane became a thing, and servers like Velt and HC Games was a thing in 2016, and they were competing against MineHQ, like just player count wise. But listen, shit changes, shit happens, and the reality is, I kind of want to end off on this note. It's like the reality is when you have both of the biggest servers in this shit, the servers that represent this shit, the home for a lot of these players, both of them, they're gone. Like, other servers is going to get attention, get put in the spotlight, and that's how Create HCF got put in the spotlight. There was nothing else around but Create HCF, and that's what just people had no choice but to play, and that's what it is now. And it's like every single day, like as owner of Viper and whatnot now, I always see people saying like, listen, you come from real HCF, like why don't you do real HCF? But I'm not gonna do real HCF just for it to die a week, not even a week, an hour after it releases. Like when me and my homies and all of us played, like when I say this, I mean it. Like we were getting no new content on HCTeams. We really weren't. Eddie the Pro, respectfully wasn't. I don't think he was doing his job, fam. Like what the fuck else am I supposed to say? Like, I'm gonna speak my piece, but we weren't getting no new content. We still played it regardless. We got a lot of new content on Kohi. I love Purples and all them for that. Like we got the Nightmare event and it was amazing. And don't get me wrong, don't try and I don't want nobody to twist my words and think I'm trying to like belittle HCTeams. HCTeams was always my go-to. Like I made my name off of HCTeams. I am who I am because of HCTeams. Let's not get that fucked up. But listen, like people always ask me every day, like, why don't you make real HCF? It's just, well, it's not the same, fam. I really and truly, in my heart, I feel like the people who played at the time, you know, 2016 and whatnot, I feel like we carried that shit. Literally, like as players, as a community, I feel like we did. We played every map no matter what. We bought ranks every map no matter what. You know, we like all of us, you know, we would spend time away from literally like with our families and friends and shit. We're on our computer late night, 2 a.m. trying to contest Citadel. You know, like they'll never
fucking 8 a.m. Not even 2
a.m. There'll never be another, in my opinion. And it's like I always see people saying, "Why don't you make real HCF?" It's like, bro, Create HCF has been in the limelight for a long time, and obviously when Kohi and MineHQ are no longer in the picture, other servers will take over, and you know, people will play whatever's out, and you know, it's just the way that shit is. And you know, if you guys want to add on to what I'm saying, I don't want to say anything wrong, like, you know, but I just feel like it's just not what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
what it was, and like I really like and one last thing I want to quickly say before you go, Krantu, is like the players was a factor. Like we were factors. Like bro, these a lot of these teams that were created to compete against us. Like you know, like
I mean, you can just tell, like once HCTeams started deteriorating map 16, 17, like at that point we had no more competition, so we really just fucking around at that point. Like it really all just, the whole game would almost like, I don't want to say depended on us, but like we kind of influenced the whole thing, and like that cannot
I don't
be
even want to say just
today,
us.
dude.
I don't want to say even just us, but like there's a lot
enemy,
of like
you
even
know?
like, bro, I love competing against Roar XD. I love competing against Nightmare. I love competing against Ohana.
I don't know what happened to them, but
like even map 17, like that was a joke. Like I'm gonna keep it a buck. That was a fucking joke. It was a joke. Like, bro, listen. I know shit went, you know, south that time, and you know it is what it is. You know, we don't dwell on the past, but even if whatever happened didn't happen, I really feel like the map would have died anyway. Like we didn't get no new content, nothing was changed. Like, you know, and it's nobody's fault. Like, you know, whatever happened. You know, but it just, I don't know. Shit is different now. Shit is different. The servers was gone for a year and a half. Like, if you think shit is just gonna be the same, it's not. Like, isn't. It just isn't.
Yeah, it did.
I feel like a lot of these new players, like, I see a lot of new additions, like kids who came around in 2019 with egos and thinking that it's so disgusting. It's fucking gross. But all I know is that when we played, we controlled shit. I feel like we played a very big role in keeping this shit active as it was. Like, we played 4 or 5 week maps. We weren't leaving off the first week. Like, when we went raidable, we rebuilt our bases. We didn't quit the server. We kept playing. Like, a lot of these new guys don't know nothing about that. You guys are not, respectfully, you guys are not serious. Like, the people who play now are not fucking serious at all. So, to a lot of these new people, like, you guys are jokes. Like, this shit is ridiculous. Fucking, these guys, like, bro, like, all of these guys request real HCF and this and that. You guys don't know nothing about real HCF. You guys weren't around when it mattered. You guys weren't factors, never will be. Like, tired of hearing all of these new guys who came around in these last few years talking about they want real HCF and why aren't you doing real HCF? Like, you guys aren't fucking cut enough for that shit, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if we ever experienced the same thing we ever did.
I don't know if we
will.
will.
But you know what? There's shits that are being talked about. Obviously, we're not gonna talk about it right now, but you know, maybe there will be a really HCF again one day, but it just would not. I don't think it will ever be the same intensity as it once was.
I agree.
You know, maybe I'm wrong. We don't know, but I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens. You know. Got anything to say, Alex?
I'm chilling, bro.
I just want to say, I want to say a shout out Dorto and a shout out Death Chan.
Who the fuck is that?
Who the fuck is that?
This is that part of the video. We're giving the shout outs.
No. One of the last one of the last things I just want to quickly touch on, and I just want to re-emphasize this. Actually, not even re-emphasize, just emphasize it because I don't think I've said it. And this is not up for fucking debate. Amerinide is the greatest faction of all fucking time. They're number 1 on the list. And No Limit.
Have to say that.
And No Limit is number 2. You guys can argue about who the fuck is number 3. I don't give no fuck. But we were the best factions to ever play this shit.
I don't think there is a number 3. I think that list goes 1, 2, and then straight down to 5.
Some shit like that.
No Limit was kind of Amerinide if you think about it.
No, well, it was, but we had pieces from different teams.
I would say number 1 Amerinide / No Limit. That's what I would say.
Listen, all I know is that you could say Amerinide you can say you can say whatever you want, but I'm just saying we were the fucking greatest to ever play this shit. We 100%. We played when it mattered. We were factors out here, and there will never be another. And you guys can go.
Wait, quick question: Why are you emphasizing this so much? Like in my brain, like everyone should already know this. They do.
Really, they do. I'm just talking about shit.
Are people like not? No, these days, like, do people really think they're like better than us? Like,
I hear a lot of talk about how if we were to all of a sudden come back, any of these new factions would dummy us. Like, I think are they fucking crazy? Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck? Yeah, in my head, that shit is already cemented. You don't have to. Everyone already knows that in my head from when I played. So I'm just kind of confused why you guys are saying it so much. But if people are talking like that, then jeez, you guys need to
get the fucking tune.
Let's do some cool outro. I think we've sat here for long enough.
Yeah,
Tunji type shit.
Listen. So, I think that's how we're gonna end off this first episode. I'm trying to do a part 2 of this because like it's been so hard with schedules and whatnot, trying to get everybody on at the same time and.
Like, you get some different members.
Yeah, like Kyle couldn't Kyle couldn't be here for the full thing, and then Marky is he's not home right now, and you know.
So we're sucking a cock.
So on and so forth. But shout out to
listen. To hear that,
Listen.
What the
hell? Shout out to the gang who was in the first episode of the podcast. I'm calling this the NoLimitCAST, dedicated to No Limit. Matter of fact, listen, I don't know. I'll figure this out when the first episode goes out. Maybe I might call this the NoLimitCAST, just so that I can pay my homage to both teams instead of just one. But listen, this
either way.
Yeah, facts. Listen, this is the first episode. You guys are gonna see a lot of my homies on this. I'm gonna have a lot more people on here too. I got a lot of special guests, even from different factions. It's not just gonna be my gang. It's just gonna be way more people, and you know, it's gonna be, you know, we're gonna have a lot of people on it. But hope you guys enjoyed the first episode. I thank my homies for joining this, and listen, stop with shout out shit. Stop with shout out shit. Listen. This episode, it would be really wrong of me if I did this podcast and my homies weren't in the first episode. And I'm gonna keep continuing to do more episodes with them and, you know, different people and so on and so forth. Okay, now you guys can do your
We shout out Dorto and Death Chad.
Who the fuck are those guys?
Yeah, I don't know who those fucking randoms are, but just shout out No Limit. That's what I'm gonna say.
Shout out No Limit, man. Shout out No Limit.
Made me who I am today. Gave me my competitive nature. I've always wanted to be the best.
Gang.
You know? Shout out my enemies that we fucking pissed on.
Shout out Amerinide and shout out No Limit, man. Real steppers, man.
Shout out Skrizon and James Booty.
Yo, listen, fuck those guys. But listen.
What are you saying?
Listen. When I got kicked from Amerinide, and I rejoined, and Colonel and all those guys were talking shit. I had Marky, I had CantSoaR, I had Krantu, I had Maihn, Alex. I had real steppers on the way, 150 miles an hour on the way to come get me. Listen, I was alone. I was on my lonelies, and my homies, they came back 150 miles an hour, real steppers on the way to come pick me up, man. And we got active, you know what I mean? Shout out the gang, man. Shout out the gang.
Shout out Skrizon.
Shout out the gang. Yo, listen, a few people that I actually do want to shout out real quick. Obviously everyone in the channel. I want to shout out Onion, Derpy.
Oh,
I want to
the
shout
main
out.
seven.
I want
The
to
main seven.
listen. I want to shout out Honey Wells. I want to shout out Chef Win. I want to shout out Lucky.
Cozy.
I want to shout out Kozar. I want to shout out Zerk. I want to shout out the biggest gamer. I want to shout out Bullen. I want to shout out Orbit.
Verity.
Fuck him, but I want to shout out Musket. Shout out Albino. Shout out Rain. Shout out Dante. Shout out fucking Moxie. All them. Shout out Craigie. Shout out
Icon.
Shout out Bubs. Shout out fucking Tomo.
Wen.
Shout out Pure. Shout out Caboose.
Alfie.
Shout out the fucking gang.
No.
Shout out
Later.
NoLimit and Amerinide.
Shot.
Yo, listen. Shout out real NoLimit and Amerinide. Real steppers. You know what I mean? Real deal
James
steppers.
Brady.
Pure.
150 miles an hour on the highway. You know what I mean? That's what I want to say.
Rock out with a Cox, boy.
Yeah, don't forget
Yep.
James Brady.
Shout out the gang, man. Listen, he can't talk, but shout out Marky. That's my right hand man. He's a real deal stepper. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I was sending SoaR. He's not in here right now, but in team fights, I was sending SoaR to go loop around the opponent in the fight, to circle around and go kill your bard and go kill your archer. We invented that. We invented double barding. We invented all that shit.
All these strats, man.
Marky was, listen, put some respect on Alex. I don't think you guys understand. And put some respect on Maihn. I don't even think these guys understand who the fuck these guys are. And even Kyle, even though he's not here no more. These are the greatest leaders in fucking HCF history. And a lot of these guys try to imitate them and be just like them. I don't think these guys understand how legendary this episode is and what we talked about and who's in this fucking episode. Real HCF, real deal steppers. Listen. Real factors, like people who fucking mattered in this shit is who's in this call. Like, get into them, man. Listen, Amerinide number 1, NoLimit number 2. You guys can go figure out who the fuck number 3 is. I don't care about number 3 because we were never number 3, so you guys can go debate about that. But you guys know what the fuck is going on. You guys can go figure that out. You guys know who controls HCF even till this day. Get into them. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna end it off on that note. Episode 2 on the way. You guys stay tuned. We'll see who the guest is for the next. Oh, should I knock my mic for the next episode? And we're definitely gonna have a part 2 to this episode eventually. Big Amerinide, all that, NoLimit, all that. Faces of this HCF shit. I don't have shit else to say.
All right.
Goodbye, viewers.
You done know.
Goodbye, fuckers. Get in tune.
You done know. Get the fucking tune. 2, 1. All right, go, Marky. Go.
Yo, what's good? You know who it is.
Big NoLimit stepper, 150 miles an hour on the highway. Big driller, 150 miles an hour. You guys don't know about Marky. Listen. When I got kicked from Amerinide, I remember. Go ask Marky. He's the one of the only ones who can vouch for me. When I got kicked from Amerinide, I literally told Marky, listen, baby, don't worry, crow. Don't worry. I'm gonna be back. Don't worry. I'm gonna be back. Listen, just hold it down for me. Just stay where you're at. Don't leave. We're not leaving Amerinide. We're not leaving nothing. I will be back. Just hold it down for me. Marky knows. I gave Marky specific instructions. I didn't tell none of my homies, yo, let's leave. Let's fuck up the faction. Let's do this and that. Ask Marky. We stayed in the faction. And we got and they got active without me. And then I came back and the rest is history. Go, Marky. Talk your shit.
That's it. You know me.
Talk your shit, Marky. Talk your shit.
Enjoy the podcast. We got many more coming.
Navy? Fuck the odds. Navy? Alright, I'm ending it, Marky. Alright, if you're listening to this, that means you made it to the end of the podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. I really hope you enjoyed it. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, this was just a place for me and my friends to just be super authentic as possible, be ourselves, talk our shit. No hard feelings to nobody. We were just saying how we felt and so on and so forth. But yeah, let me know who you guys want to see on the podcast next. I'm trying to get legendary people on this podcast. I already have a few future episodes planned out with a lot of factors, important names and whatnot, so you can hear their side of their story and so on and so forth. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Time goes on and we start to grow this podcast. I'll get a nice editor and whatnot. I'll get like a lot of nice art made and so on and so forth. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, your suggestions and your thoughts and whatnot in the comments. And have a great rest of your day, night. You guys enjoyed, and stay tuned. I'll see you in the next episode.